Hello, amigos. Chopfi here, and I'm of course back with.
There's no one here, so this is me. Hello, I'm David.
Yeah. We tricked you. We sure tricked you guys. You of course thought it was gonna be just a voice,
comedy.
but
Top 10 comedy.
turns out there was actually a person attached to the voice.
Yes. This is like I don't know how many times the awkward intros. We have done many of those. Anyways, what are we doing today?
We're doing another story time video.
Yes.
Do you have any stories you'd like to share with the counseling group, Mr. David?
Well, what do you want me to talk about? I have plenty of stories to share, actually.
Well, go right ahead, I guess.
What kind of stories do you have? Well, I don't have anything in particular, but I have this one story about the love of my life.
Oh, well, that actually sounds like a pretty interesting story, if I do may say so myself.
Yes, you see, I believe I have told you this story at backstage, behind the scenes.
Yeah, what do you mean behind the scenes? Like
Off script, not to make a video.
Off camera, you mean?
Yeah, off camera. That's what I mean. Sorry, I didn't come up with the word. There was this one girl who I was in love with. She was really beautiful. And one time I saw her actually dancing. She was fascinated with dancing. I guess she wants to be like the second Lady Gaga or something. I have no idea what she wants to be. And then I went into the classroom, and there were many more girls actually dancing without the teacher there. So they were dancing like this. They were dancing like crazy. And I was just sitting there, doing my casual thing where I just do random stuff. You know how I do. And as I do, just sitting, reading a book. I was reading a book about it may sound cliche and so cringy because I really find it cringy to this day. I was reading about a book about Jesus Christ, and as I do, she basically they were talking like together in a group, and they want to do something. So this girl come up to me and said, like just you know how girls not girls, but she basically turned the page like this. She said, "Hey David, how are you doing?" And I wasn't like, what the hell is she doing? And my experience with the first love site, I was not in love with her. I remember that day specifically. Like I just went on and just like weirded out because I never experienced love before. And so a few days later, I came to that same room again, and I was really weirded out how she was like doing like hey David thing, and basically I asked her I said, what were you doing? She said, oh, nothing, and all the girls there were like laughing, and I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
So did you feel laughed at?
Yeah, I was laughed at, and I was really confused what was really happening. So casual me, I was just standing, and one of the girls, because I didn't understand the language where I was there. I did not understand what they were saying.
Why didn't you understand what they were saying?
Yeah, because I didn't understand what they were saying because they were talking really fast. And then this girl who I was in love with grabbed me like this on the shoulders, like this, bam, and she
Wait,
she
wait,
looked
wait,
at me.
one second. Earlier in the story you said you never experienced love before. What did it feel like? I feel like an interviewer right now. Wait, 1 second. So what did it feel like to experience love for the first time?
Well, I'm about to tell you what was my experience. My experience was really how should I say it? Weird.
Yeah.
I was quite really nervous.
If you had to rate love on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
I give it a 7.
Okay, so it was pretty good then.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But the worst part, there's actually a good part and a worst part. A few days later, no, not a few days later. So she grabbed me, and at that time, I had the feeling of love for the first time. She grabbed me by the shoulder, and that's when I felt it. I saw her face. She was pretty as hell, and you know, there's a downside actually. She grabbed me. She was actually toying with my emotions, which is just really fucked up.
Yes.
And you know, at that moment, she says, "I don't." She wants to try to kiss me because she known me for years. And then the other girl say, "Kiss him." And you know what she said? She said to me, "You have one ugly face." And at that time, my heart changed really quickly, and I felt broken, and I felt, why did you say ugly to me?
Jesus Christ, dude, that is cruel.
Yeah, she really said that is cruel, and she was laughing as well.
Laughing.
And she yeah, like laughing like or something like that. She said I'm really ugly, and you know, that's not even the worst part. She was messing with my emotion. She did like, I don't know what she did, but she basically was a little bit bullying me, and I felt sad. So yeah, that wasn't the best experience I had.
Yeah, did that give you like trust issues as well?
Yes, it did. But she wasn't the only person that I felt in love with. I felt like in love with a lot of persons, people actually. Different people with different experiences. But you know what's funny? They all rejected me.
But you did like confess to them, basically.
Yes, I did like to confess to them, and they all rejected me.
But that is actually like, in a way, that's kind of admirable. That after an experience like that, you actually like still manage to like still confess to them.
Yeah. I didn't know how to confess to them, but I just went along with it. You know, I just said straight up, like, "Hey, I'm in love with you," because nobody taught me how and what to say to a girl.
Yeah,
you know
that
I mean?
might not be the best strategy, if I gotta be completely honest.
No, it's not the best strategy. To be honest, to this day, I still don't know. And I have a really, really fucking hard time dealing with actually build a relationship with a girl, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have many friends, so.
Yeah.
You know what's more interesting actually? I found the girl who I was in love with. I found her over her Facebook actually.
Oh, you want to do a little revenge prank?
Yeah, but just don't review her.
Wait, you do?
No, I don't want to. I don't know what she's doing, even doing these days. So that was cringe. I'm feeling very nervous right now. Like.
Yeah, no, I could imagine.
But please don't share this with anybody. This is how this girl looked like.
Wait, Gonna have to like. Oh shit! But that's so that's what she looks like now.
Yeah, that's what she looks like now. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're like, holy shit, like you you trapped in. Oh my god.
well, okay. Well, I mean, the the people watching can have our reaction, I guess, and like imagine what she looks like based on our reaction. Then, but how does that let me be a therapist. So how does that picture make you feel, Mr. David?
How does that picture make me feel? Right today, when I saw her Facebook page, actually, I felt disgusted.
With her appearance, or just what you associate with her appearance?
Both, actually, because what I found out about my other schoolmates, she is just a violent girl who does. This is all rumors. What I heard, like drugs and smoke weed, and it's just not like her. How I known her.
Oh, well, I guess maybe what that's karma, you know. What comes around goes around. When you call a person ugly, that you'll live to live an ugly life, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is still pretty. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Maybe she put like a lot of value in that, but not a lot of value in other criterias.
Nope.
It's I guess a story as old as time, but so I can remember there was this one other girl you also had a crush on when we were both going to the same school. Do you want?
Remember her?
Do you want to
Yeah,
share?
I remember.
Do you want to share that or?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Because after the last day, actually, the last day I saw her, I tried to like convince her, but she ran away very quickly. She looked at me and then ran away.
Wait. By the way, maybe we should preface. This is a different girl we're talking about right now.
Yeah, that's a different girl.
Yeah, but why did she run away? Did she have to like was there like maybe she
No,
had
she
to
was
like
in a hurry to go home or something.
Yeah.
She was in a hurry to go home, and that was her last day from school as well.
Yeah, that sometimes happens, you know, you like postpone things to like the last moment.
Yes. It reminds me of an anime scene, like, like my mom, wait for me. Why did you go?
Yeah. But what did you say to her, if I can ask?
Well, I just say I was too nervous to say something, and I just say hi, and that's it. And then she left.
So you didn't even like confess.
No, I couldn't confess because she just ran away very quickly.
But you were about to.
Yes, I was about to.
Yeah.
I remember very specifically when I was sitting on the bench. I believe you were there as well, but it's 50-50. You were sitting eating your rice food or whatever. If I'm gonna be honest, when I first find that food, I find it really disgusting.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Please tell me more.
Just to.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
my food. That thing that I ate at school. That thing that everyone gave a shit about for some reason. That actually brings me to like another story. I never liked bread. That's why I had
bread.
that. What?
Is it bread?
No, it wasn't bread because I didn't like bread. I hated bread. So it was like a replacement.
You know, that's just the smell of it. I felt real. That's the most disgusting smell I have ever smelled.
Oh, you remember the smell?
No. Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I?
I don't remember the smell of your food. I barely even remember your food. It was probably just a sandwich like everyone else.
Yeah, it just has a really weird smell. That's all I can describe it. And I just felt like, what the hell is he eating?
Like, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. The people that I'm about to make fun of, like, just know, like, you're one of them. Like you're about to be made fun of when I tell this story. There were, thanks to like some nosy little pricks at school, I could never eat my food in peace. And it's like, are you that bored? Do you have nothing better to talk about? But this was like a thing with like, it happened in my primary school, and I couldn't, maybe it was because I talked soft, I was very quiet, but like they never let me explain what it was. They just make their own assumptions. There was this one kid I was friends with who looked at it and thought it was plums, like that it was made out of shit and plums. It's like, plums are purple.
Okay.
How can you look at that and think it's made out of plums? But it's like, it was just, the topic of my food was just, like, the food that I took with me was just one that I was so dispassionate with. But for some reason everyone else was really fucking passionate about what I had to eat. So, especially my teachers, they'd be like, oh, I don't even know how to
That must be awkward for you. That must be really awkward for you.
Yeah, the way they were like talking down to me was especially awkward. They were like, "Oh, what do you got there, Zaid? What do you got there?" And it's like, oh yeah, I refer to it as dessert. Oh god, now I only realize now that I have to explain it all over again. This thing that I had to explain, but well, I didn't. I should have just said mind your own damn business to these people. But it's like made out of nuts and like palm tree fruits. It's like a mixture.
Dude, remember that one time I was at your place and I ate something that's kind of yummy, but then I put some kind of powder too much. You remember what I mean? And I gagged.
Are you referring to like pancakes or something?
No. I was at your place and I ate something.
I actually don't remember.
And you don't remember? I remember.
Vaguely remember it.
I remember.
Like something with like macaroni or something.
Yeah, something with macaroni.
Oh, so
that was it.
So I'm heading in the right direction. I still there were a lot of peppers there that I had there. So like I wouldn't be surprised if you accidentally put on one of the peppers that then you ended up not liking it.
And you know what's funny? I felt like really sorry for you too that I did like disrespected you, and you were looking like this. Both of you and that somebody else were looking like this to me. Like I did something very wrong.
Why? But
I don't know.
I don't get offended about food. I find that people who do are like babies. You gotta like every taste buds are a completely subjective thing. Like if someone doesn't like that, it's just.
But the way you looked at me, you were like, what the hell is he doing? This is normal food. Come on, man.
Maybe I was just confused.
Like,
Maybe I was confused. I could imagine myself kind of.
Maybe you were confused. I think you were confused, but I don't know. You were having that one specific face that I remember.
I mean, I can only imagine myself like laughing at such an occurrence, not really being offended.
You weren't laughing. That event, you weren't laughing. Either that someone else wasn't laughing as well.
Maybe I was upset about something different, but I just can't imagine myself being upset about such a stupid thing. But
well, never mind. Can continue about your food.
It was a mixture. Okay, so it was a mixture of cashews and palm tree fruits and a little bit of vanilla powder, and if I remember, there was bananas in it too. And I think that's about most I can. It's been a long time since I've had it. I think like years ago, since I've kind of outgrown the taste. It started to like tasting bland to me, but and the thing about it is like so many people were like interested in the concept of someone not eating bread, and it's like it's not. Why is this so weird to you? And so my teachers were
Why is it?
what?
Oh, oh, I thought you were referring to my the question. Why is it so weird to me?
Yeah. Why? Yeah, that's what I was referring. That was what I just said. Like, why is it so weird to you that I'm not eating bread?
Well, well, it was so weird to me because I never seen that food before. If I'm gonna be real honest, I never seen that food anywhere.
Okay, that's, you know what, that's actually like a fair point, but it's mostly it's not really that. It's just the concept of someone not eating bread. That like I don't get why people are so infatuated with that. So like my teacher was like we call it dessert, but it's not really dessert because I eat it like literally every day, and I ate it literally every day. I never eat it now.
Maybe it is a normal thing for you, but for others, they never seen it before.
Yeah, that's cool, but it's still kind of uninteresting. So the problem was me and my mom kind of, it used to be a dessert because I used to really like it, but then it just became like normal to me, and I brought it with me to school, so I had to be like, it's dessert, but it's not really dessert. Looking back, maybe I should have just said it's shit. Happy now, like just anything different than just anything other than like
Well, I didn't say it was shit. I just felt it has a horrible smell, and that if I was that person, I wouldn't eat it.
but like no, I wasn't talking about you. I was just talking about like how the name made it really complicated, that I had to be like, it's dessert, but it's not dessert. So that's why I said I maybe should have just gave it a different name, and then I said shit as like a joke. But no, my teachers just wouldn't stop asking me about it, and they made sure to ask literally every single question they could ask. It was like an interview, like, and do you make that, or does your mother make that? And it's like, my mother makes that, and sometimes my dad makes that. And do you like that? And it's like, what kind of dumb as fuck question is that? Do you like? No, I absolutely hate it. That's why I'm eating it right now, because I hate it. And there were so many. I can't remember all of the questions, but they made sure to like run through a list of like and what is it made out of? And then I have to like do all this work in my memory. I have to do brain work that they are not worthy of me doing. So it's like really just wasted energy that wasted brain power that was better to be used somewhere else. And like I have to run through that while it's made out of that, and I feel like they somehow get the impression that I like talking about it, but I didn't. I hated it. So,
God,
it's like a misinterpretation.
I never asked you, so I didn't complain.
Okay, well then you're not part of this crowd, I guess. But there was just so many questions, like and why do you? It was like the who, what, where, and why shit. What are you eating? Why are you eating it? Where are you eating it? Who's eating it? And why are you eating it? It's like, oh fuck. It was mostly the teachers, to be honest, but like it was sometimes the students as well, not thinking like that I wanted to defend my food, even though, what's that face?
No, I just thinking what you're saying.
Well, okay, so they got this like impression that I want to defend my food, but I don't. It's a thing. It's literally just a thing. That's all it is. So this one friend was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Don't care." And he was like, "You know what I think it looks like?" And I was like, I don't give a fuck." And it's like, it really looks like. And I was just like, I don't give a fuck. And then he was just like, it looks like vomit. It's like, okay, I still don't give a fuck. And then he was like, "What do you think of that?" Like, I'm sorry, but, and it's like, no, you don't have to apologize. I don't give a fuck. The amount of the biggest computer in the world couldn't compute the amount of fucks I do not give. It's a negative zillion, if that's even a real number. Like, the amount of like fucks that I do not give could shake the premise of math and molecules. That's how far my dispassion for my own food goes. But they just don't understand it. And there was this one time my teacher, I was at like the farm, which was like an internship that me and a couple other students went to sometimes. And my teacher, I was eating, and I was like, I was eating it like this, because I didn't want anyone to see it, because I knew what would happen if anyone saw my food. I'd have to go through some stupid question list again. And then they were like, then this other teacher was like, "Hey, what is that? What are you eating right there?" And I was just like taking my sweet time, so I was just like, well, yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, then. Yeah, yeah. That is like that, and at one point some kid interrupted me and was like, "It's food," and then I was just like, I didn't say anything, but internally I was like, "Thank you, thank you."
Thank you.
So, but my teacher didn't stop there. She was dead set on finding out what I was eating. So she was like, no. It's just so she was like, "Oh, no, seriously now, what do you got right there?" But the kid didn't stop either. So he was like, "It's food." And then it was like a back and forth, like, "What is that?" "It's food." "What is that?" "It's food." And then at one point the kid stopped, and she asked me again, and you know what I said?
It's food.
Exactly. That's what I said. It's food.
Good fucking job, Zaid.
Well, kinda, I guess, but because I still ended up explaining what it really was. But yeah. But yeah, that was basically the story of the food that I was eating. And it's already like explains itself. It's already like a self-explanatory story just because of the fact how long it is. Most people don't have like stories about like, so the story of the sandwich that I ate every day at school is a story of annoyance, and like that doesn't really happen with people, but it happens with me. And it's like I don't care. One time was enough.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should just ignore that. But yeah, there was a lot more stuff about the food. I also like got like cucumbers.
Continue. I just want
Just
to...
like bland, watery cucumber slices that I got, and it was like, so a lot of times I just didn't eat at school because a lot of the food that I got was just like, "This is shit. I hate this." So I'd get cucumbers and I'd be like, "I don't want this," so I just skip eating, which somehow worked.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, that was the story.
I see. May I continue my story about the girl where I was in love with?
Oh yeah, we
Well,
kind of got sidetracked
yeah.
right there. You may continue.
Yes. So basically, so I was sitting down in a bench, and you would just catch me eating. So this girl, who I don't know if she was strict or not, but she was I don't know her too well, but she was not having her best time. So one day, I don't know if you were there. Like I said, she was sitting, looking at me, and I kept staring at her. And she stared at me, so I look away, and then I look again. I look away, and then I look again. And then she asked me a question. She said, "Hey," and I said, "Yes." She asked, "Are you in love with me?" And I was so fucking nervous, and I just
imagine.
said like, "Oh my God, why? Why? My grandmama! Why did you call now? Oh no!" Wait, hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
This isn't an act, by the way. This is like real. Perfect timing. Perfect.
So basically, I said, I'm turning off the phone. I'm getting too many fucking notifications. Jesus Christ.
You're popular with your grandma.
No. People are sending me messages non-stop. And then she calls like. I just got annoyed. Anyways, so she asked me, "Are you in love with me?" And I was so nervous. The amount of nervous I have in my head, I was like shaking my whole body. And then I said, just I just wanted to act cool. And I said, "No." Just casually like, "No." And she said, "But I have a feeling that she already knew."
Yeah. Maybe
And-
by the way
and the
you were
part
acting
where-
around her.
Sorry?
Maybe by the way you were acting around her.
Yeah, I was acting around her, yeah.
But
Because I got too nervous.
yeah, and have you been able to reconnect with her again?
Remember I don't know if you remember this, the Halloween night.
I remember the Halloween night pretty vividly, actually.
That was the weirdest fucking time I have ever been to.
That was a weird time.
That was really a weird time, Jesus Christ.
I don't really remember what you were dressed up as, but I was dressed up as a mafia tiger.
I was dressed up as the Joker.
Oh yeah, now I kind of remember. But like
Yeah,
to give
so
an idea,
basi-
I was wearing a morph suit, by the way, a morph suit of a tiger, and I was wearing like a vest and like a hammer, and I had like one of my jeans like rolled up, and I just had like this hammer and was like. I had like a mask that maybe thinking back, maybe I shouldn't have taken it off. Maybe I could have just like embarrassed myself without anyone ever knowing it was me. That would have been cool.
Okay.
You continue your story.
So much embarrassment here and so much really just awkward stories. Anyway, so I was at that party, just this one time I just walked to the hall, and I felt depressed on that day. I felt lonely. And at one time, I just sat somewhere and I just see a lot of people enjoying with themselves. So I play along, and then this girl with the glasses, the girl who I was in love with, just came and just decided to put me on the ground, like just hold my hand like this and just put me on the ground.
But she tackled you, basically?
Yeah, and I was like, well, what happened? She said, I can't remember what she said, but I think what she said is, she said like, do not think to yourself you're the best.
Why did she say that?
I have no idea. I really have no idea.
But was that the moment you fell in love?
No, the moment I fell in love when I saw her sitting on the bench.
Okay. But yeah, I remember.
But she was,
like, I don't know.
yeah, and she was just sorry.
I don't know if you mind me saying this or not, but I can remember some things about her, especially that she was kind of like a macho, violent person. I I remember she she offered like arm wrestle both of us individually, of course. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I I declined because I was a shrimp back then. So
She wants to be a big pee.
no, just no, no. It's, it's a bad choice of words. A bad choice.
I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't give.
Because I will never meet her ever again. So.
You never know. You know what? In the good words of JB, never say never. Okay, that was about the cringiest quote I've ever quoted. We're jumping, guys.
I have like the most extreme laughter, so I basically go all out. I like to go all out.
Well, you can say that again.
Oh no, that sounded wrong. Why did I say that? Okay, then fine.
Oh
Anyway,
no,
so
just
I get.
let's get to the point. Yeah. So,
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, so that and the way she touched me, and then she dragged me like this, and I don't know, I can't remember exactly at what moment, and then she decided to dance with me.
okay, and what did you think of that?
Well, I can't remember what I was thinking on that day. Because I have this idea that so many people were drunk
Yeah,
and
they
everybody is
probably were.
wild.
I mean, it was like
you know that even one more funny story actually when I was there. Somebody just go to the bathroom and just pull that t-shirt out.
Oh, yeah, I may.
Yeah,
it-
that did seriously happen.
Yeah, I believe you. It was a party. It sure was a party.
It sure was a party.
Yeah, a party that I probably, if I had a time, you know what, this might be an interesting like hypothetical. If I had a time machine and I could go back in time, I'd change a lot about that party.
Yep. Well, I have many more stories that I would like to talk about.
Yeah, I might actually if I were be able to go back in time, I'd be like, hey, David, you're gonna fall in love with this girl, but you're gonna postpone it to like the last day. Don't do that. Or no, she's gonna ask you if you're in love with her. Say yes. You have to say yes. It's to save the space-time continuum.
That's why we have free will.
Yeah, it would be Back to the Future with Zaid and David. You go like do 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 do.
Well, if I'm gonna be really honest, what I prefer to go back in time is when that one girl said I'm ugly. That's what I prefer.
Yeah, to like look at her and just be like, fuck. No, just kidding. No, I don't know what you want to do.
No, if I could go back to that time, I just want to punch myself.
Punch yourself.
Yeah.
How is that gonna make the
And
situation?
the reason why. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, how is that gonna make the situation better? You're gonna make yourself look even stupider.
No. The reason why I want to do that actually.
Oh, you're gonna like. No, I think I get it. I thought you were gonna
You're
like
gonna
punch yourself like this, but we're gonna punch you as like your future self, gonna punch yourself past self. I mean.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I still don't get why, but I'm sure you.
Well, I have some reasons that I felt really it's really unnecessary what happened in that time, and I want to wake up. If I could go back, I want to wake myself the fuck up. What I was doing is just, I don't know, just random, the most random stuff ever.
Yeah.
But there's a more story to in it actually. The reason why I wanted to self-harm.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't say self-harm. That sounds a little more extreme than just punching your past self. But yeah, I can actually remember, like, I did actually end up getting the phone number of the girl that I had a crush on back in high school.
Oh, want me to say you had some with a crush? Sorry.
I had a little crush. You know what? Maybe I'm sharing too much. Let's save this for a different episode.
Yes.
Yeah, the story of how I fell in love and embarrassed myself, like as in my biology, because that's probably where it's rooted. So let's do the outro. Chalas.